Hi, I'm Chef Raphael. Welcome to today's video. Now, today I'm doing something different. I usually cook, but today I'll show you how to clean. Now, we're cleaning the extractor hood. Now, this is a very important equipment in the kitchen. Now, in this video, I'll show you how to clean the filters. You probably have this in the house and you probably don't know how to remove it. So I'll show you how it works. This is all oil. It doesn't look clean. Even just by rubbing a white paper on this, it will show you it's dirty. And I'll show you how to clean it on the outside, the filter. And for those who don't have one, I'll show you how it works and why you need it. It also comes with a light, so it's really handy, especially if you have it. You get to see what you're doing when you're cooking with it. And watch till the end and you see how simple it is to do it. And it's something you can do by yourself. And let's get started. So what an extractor hood actually does is sift out the oils, and this happens whenever you're cooking. The steam that you see coming up when you're cooking food, either deep frying or even frying, whatever you're doing, even boiling water, it will come up to this point whereby usually, especially with food, it will have some oil. Now that oil will get into this mesh, which I'll show you how it works also, and then it comes out from the top. Now you have to turn it on. Now in this case, the other function of this hood is that it has the light. So if you're cooking and you want more light, especially when you're cooking, you want to see how it's looking. So this helps, but you have to turn it on. So when you turn it on, now depending on the one that you have, it can be loud. And so when you turn it on, what it does, let me remove this, that the hot air will rise, and as it rises up, it is sucked into this system. Now as it goes into the system, it comes out into the vents that are on the side. Now some of them actually have an extractor, the outlet. Like my house had a manual one basically. Now this is electric, so this is the escape route into the chimney. Now that's what was here before. Actually need to paint this because now I have this one. Now you can either direct that extraction into the outside with a duct, or have one like mine which I have filters. So how do you remove it? You basically press it on this point, and then it will release from whatever it is attached on the inside. Let me turn this off. So already mine has a lot of oil, and this filter helps in trapping the most oil into this mesh, which is what you actually clean. So basically you press it and then you pull it down, and then it also has some two pieces that actually will attach onto the hood on the inside. So I'm removing them like that. So they are all oily and greasy. And if you don't clean it, what usually happens is that the oil will start dripping back into the food or onto the cooking range. Now, how it works is it has this motor. Now, this motor will actually, as you're cooking, when you turn it on, it sucks and creates a vacuum, so that now the hot air will go up, so the sucking action will make the oil, the steam and everything to go up. And this one is actually a charcoal filter. So this charcoal filter, what it does, over time you actually need to replace it, but it actually takes up most of the, as it sucks through the motor, it extracts it through the vents on top. Now, if you have an extractor, then you probably don't need the filter, because it will actually extract and go outside. Now, the reason why we have the hood is that, when I'm sure anyone watching right now, when you go to the kitchen, you touch the top of either the ceiling or the top of the cabinets or the shelves, you'll find there's a lot of grease or dirt that has formed on top of all surfaces. Now, that comes from the cooking action of when you're cooking, the steam, the oils will go and settle somewhere. So instead of them settling on top, they will actually either come on this mesh or on this filter. So depending on yours, let me return this. Now, depending on the one that you have, they're all different designs, but mine is a chimney one, so it has the option of the filters or outside, extracting it outside to the chimney. So what I wanted to show you is how to clean this, because these are the ones that I can easily be cleaned. So I'll show you on this, and then when you remove them, you actually need to soak them in hot water. You need to use hot water to clean them. It makes it much easier. You can either use detergent or liquid soap to clean them, but I'll show you how to do it. And then when returning them, I'll also show you. And then on this surface, you can actually either use a paper towel to clean, to remove the excess oils that are, like mine is already kind of dripping from this point. So I'll clean them. On top, you also need to clean it so that it looks nice and clean. And then I'll also show you when it's done. I'll show you how to return it. So I already water in a bowl like this, or even in a bucket. I've put some soap, some liquid soap, and then even you can pour, even just by pouring hot water, boiling water, just by pouring on top, it will actually help in the melting of the oils. So how it's made, it's actually a mesh. So the side that is on the outside, like this one, is finer than the inside. So the oil goes into this mesh, and then some of it is trapped here. Some of it is trapped here as it goes into the mesh, and some will go now to the filter that I showed you. So it should be hot or water that you can actually touch, that is soapy. I'm using the sponge side. You can also, you don't have to use a brush, though you could now, depending on, but the brush can easily, I also remember you don't want to disform the mesh. So just by doing this with hot or warm soapy water, to break down the oils. And this is, you do it as regular as you need to. Now, depending on what you are cooking in your house, so there's no once a month, or it's dependent on if it's dirty, and you can tell it's dirty by just looking at it. So that one is clean. When rinsing, I'm going to also rinse it with warm water, so that now I make sure that all the soap, the oil have come out, and then let me clean the rest first. So we're using the same water that I was using, that is warm, and the sponge part of the cleaner that I have. I'm squeezing out most of the water, and then all I need to do is come with it and wipe. So make sure you get all the corners, and in this case, it's even the wall has some oils, so I'll also clean it. So that's how you clean it, and then what is left now is to rinse, and basically I'll wipe with a clean cloth that has been rinsed. So to rinse them, take my kettle with hot water and pour. So as simple as that. So now I'll you can air dry them, or if you shake them vigorously, the oil, the water that is stuck inside will come out, but it's a good idea if you either dry it in the air, basically let it drip dry. And I've already wiped the top of the hood. Now all that is left is to dry it as well completely and make sure that I've covered everything.